He wasn't even there to talk about abortion, but Governor Abbott's answer to one question related to it has now stirred up a swarm of controversy. I'm Doug Dunbar. He was in Tyler earlier today. He was there to sign an entirely different bill into law. Aaron Jones now explains what happened next.
Last week, Texas's new abortion law went into effect, outlawing the procedure as soon as a fetal heartbeat is detected, as early as 6 weeks into pregnancy. No exceptions are made for rape or incest. And while in Tyler today, Governor Abbott was asked why force a victim to carry to term. In response, he said it doesn't require that at all.
Obviously, it provides at least 6 weeks for a person to be able to get an abortion. And so for one, it doesn't provide that. That said, however, let's make something very clear. Rape is a crime, and Texas will work tirelessly to make sure that we eliminate all rapists from the streets of Texas by aggressively going out and arresting them and prosecuting them and getting them off the streets. So goal number one in the state of Texas is to eliminate rape so that no woman, no person will be a victim of rape.
I am horrified, disappointed, and livid.
Sarah Mitchell is the founder of Moms Demand Action Collin County and ELF Army of Light, a nonprofit which deals with pregnancy loss and infant death.
I would ask him, number one, when does he think an egg gets fertilized? Number two, when does he think a woman has the best chance of finding out that she's pregnant? And number three, what does he actually think about the state's backlog of rape kits, or the fact that we have known rapists, convicted rapists, that aren't actually going to jail?
The Texas Department of Public Safety reports in 2019 there were more than 14,000 cases of rape in the state, making up nearly a quarter of all reported violent crimes. That same year, fewer than 4,000 people were arrested for rape or other sex offenses.
Great. You say that you want to get rid of all rape. Wonderful. How? How are you possibly going to do that?
The new law does prevent convicted rapists from filing suits against their victims. And today, the governor said he also wants to make sure that the state provides support for victims of rape.
And we have organizations that we as a state support, that others support, to make sure that anybody who's victimized that will get the support they need.
And when asked if he plans to increase support for those moms once their babies are delivered today, Abbott said absolutely, but did not go into detail on how. In Dallas, Aaron Jones, CBS 11 News.
Aaron, we thank you. And former State Senator Don Huffines tonight, who is challenging Governor Abbott, by the way, in the upcoming primary, sees it a different way. He slammed the governor, saying in part, quote, the pro-life response should always be to acknowledge the human value of all unborn children. And today, Greg Abbott fell short of that very clear standard. He also says, quote, life begins at conception, and any action taken to terminate the life of an unborn child is murder. Abortion is murder. We must end, he says, abortion entirely and prosecute those who participate in it. Huffines, by the way, does not mention victims of rape or incest at all in his criticism of Governor Abbott, which is worthy of mentioning.